I have the plan. So I had a plan for the next week on, let me see. Well, right now I just try to make up my some random work again. This is an extra video of the week. Today is Sunday, the 18th January. So, and this video is on day 28, which mean is about is is almost a month from the day that I begin this project, the speaking English project. So what I what I say that I improve is that my that I feel much more comfortable with the camera, and also that I can make up words and say some simple stuff, say some simple sentence that that I and I could say some simple sentence that just appear in my mind, and then I say to the camera, and that is something that maybe I know it's still very slow, which is I don't really enjoy in that, which is I don't really appreciate it because it's so slow when I watching the video of mine. Why when I watching video of mine when I'm watching my video, it's so slow that I have to speed up, like in one speed up because I'm speaking too slow. But that is something you have to keep continue to make yourself and your brain get much more comfortable and working naturally. It's need time, and it's need a lot of time, and I usually speaking English like around 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes is the most. It's easier when I speaking English, when I writing it down, or when I typing it down. I don't know why it's like that, but there must be a way to explain that. Maybe because I typing more than speaking. Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I still can talking, speaking, and communicate normally, naturally in English. Okay, let's back to rephrase. Ca dao. The traditional Vietnamese folk poetry is the treasure trove of the nation's cultural heritage. Within it, plain yet hurtful verses lie in the sentiment of ordinary people toward their homeland, village, romantic love, as well as the knowledge of agricultural practices and experience life experience passes down through generations. Ca Dao embodies spiritual values, moral principles, and aesthetic sensibility that contribute to shaping the cultural identity of the Vietnamese nation. The aesthetic values in Ca Dao are expressed through the way rural people perceive the beauty of nature and landscapes, as well as their ways of reflective in the way and references evident in everyday life. as a form of national, as a form of traditional lyrical force expression. Kayao does not aim to articulate abstract artistic theory. Instead, it conveys often it conveys often often unselfconsciously the aesthetic experience of ordinary people through call and response songs between men or women or symbol rhythm verses about lives of rural laborers. Exploring these exploring these aesthetics experience allow us to dis- discover a distinctive aspect of Vietnamese aesthetic, which constitute an integral part of the Vietnamese character and way of life. Vietnamese aesthetics are not only expressive in Ca Dao but also evident throughout the broader cultural activity of the people, particularly in artistic creation. Yet, traditional folk creation in general and Kayao in particular may be regarded as a cradle, one of the primordial source from which the shared aesthetic values of the Vietnamese community have arisen. Therefore, therefore, exploring Vietnamese aesthetic and historical development of the nation's aesthetic aesthetic I don't know what that word means. Jesus, this is so ugly. What a ugly handwriting. There's the essay in this modest book represent not only re what an ugly. So here is my plan. I will write down anything that I interested in, everything that I interested in into this notebook, and then I will read out loud to the camera, and then upload on YouTube, and that's all. And I will wait. I will continue until day 375. So I will check out what will happen till then. What will happen till then? Definitely, I will be better in speaking English.